Hey, what's up, Raster? Yo, Justin, what's up, man? Chilling on Northdale? What, are you leveling right now? What are you up to? Welcome, everybody. This was another documentary recommended to me. It's called AFK Director's Cut. It doesn't have a lot of views on it, but I don't know. It looks like it could be cool. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it today. War at 52. Damn, bro, almost there. You starting to get into BRD and stuff? Hey, Zach, you the best. Thanks, man. Stabby Law, yo, what's up, Cargos? Hell yeah, back at it as usual. Yup. You already know, man. It should be fun. We're going to watch a documentary today. We watched one yesterday. We watched, like, the official one from Blizzard. I don't know what you guys saw. I thought it was pretty good, though. I thought it was pretty good. But the classic part, even of the documentary, was the best part. Maybe I'm biased, but as they started to talk about Draenor and Cataclysm, it started to kind of fall off a little bit. But the game started to fall off a little bit. So this could be good. This could be trash. We'll try it. We'll try it out. Looks like it should be pretty good though. The documentary is called /AFK Away from Keyboard. If anyone's watched it, don't spoil it. We'll start it in like 2-3 minutes. Jake, hey, I missed the stream yesterday. What was the name of the doc you watched? It was called Looking for Group. It was made by World of Warcraft, so Blizzard actually produced it. It was pretty like high production value and good. Yeah, it was really good. Showing the hype like around the days when vanilla launched and stuff, showing everybody in line, and that was really cool. And key takeaway, Chris Metzen is a fucking legend. Yeah, you should definitely check it out, Jake. It's a good one. Keenan Adams, what's up, man? I admire and respect how much time and effort this man puts into his YouTube channel. Thank you, brother. I haven't seen you here in the chat before, man. Welcome. Oh, we got a donation, man. Cloud is with the 50 biddies. Thank you very much. Oof, don't swear. I'm sorry. I cursed like a sailor. My apologies. Clean it up. Good to have you in here as always. Online username's back, dude. I don't think you missed a stream, man. You're the man, dude. So welcome everybody joining right now. We're gonna watch a documentary together today. It's called /AFK Away from Keyboard Director's Cut, a World of Warcraft documentary. It seems like it's mainly focused around vanilla, which I'm excited for. Considering the one we watched yesterday was talking about WoW as a whole, talking about like even up to Draenor and stuff. So this one should be maybe good. It doesn't have a ton of views on it, but we'll see. I'm getting paid tomorrow. Would you rather Twitch sub or YouTube join? Hey man, No pressure to join at all, man. I appreciate your support just being here, man. No joke, like you're here in every stream. Don't worry about it, man. Okay, hype, man. I'm looking forward to watching. Me too, me too. I got got my sixer here. That top shelf Coors Light. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in California. It's been a pretty rough winter. I don't know for you guys, where you guys all live at, but this has been a pretty rough winter in the States in general. Out east, there was places out east where it was like Siberia level cold. It was like negative, like negative 60 degrees and stuff. So California's been a bit chilly too. I moved here from New York, and I was surprised at how cold it is. I planted some squash a few weeks ago, and man, it frosted over recently and just killed them all. Wait, what is this documentary? Oh, hey, what's up, Smiles? This is the documentary called Away from Keyboard / AFK. I think it's related to Classic WoW. I haven't watched it. It just it was recommended to me, so I thought it might be fun to watch it. If it's not the most entertaining thing in the world, then we can just turn it off and do something else. But hey, Irish, what's up, Battle? What's up, man? It's snow for the first time ever in Hawaii. That would be crazy. I didn't hear that. Snowing hardcore in Idaho. Damn. Yeah, it's been getting down to freezing. I live in Antioch, California, like Northern California, right near San Francisco, and it's been getting down to like freezing temps. It's been crazy. I know it's colder. Irish is at. All right, ladies and gents, we're gonna get started now. So I'll turn the music off on this background, and then we'll start this documentary. We'll see how it is. Grab a cold one, make some popcorn. Should be fun. All right, here we go. Let's check this out. Living in Florida is pretty easy in the winter. Hey, Max, what's up, dude? It's been snowing in New York. Good old White Plains. We're watching a documentary today called Away from Keyboard. I think it's related to Classic WoW. Oh, the volume's too low. Yeah, it would help out if you guys can let me know if the volume is too high or too low. Let's try this.
Come hither. I had foreseen your arrival in the bones.
Smeagol?
Gather close, and I will tell you a tale that has not yet been told. It is a story of brothers, ordinary men with but one slight difference. They prefer to spend their time in a fantasy world. Eric, the explorer.
Sounds like Smeagol, right?
The lover. And his older brother.
Kind of a weird start.
Ray, the sage. Brian, the father, and his younger brother, Ross, the painter.
Hey, what's up, Light? Welcome, dude.
Our story begins on the 23rd of November.
23rd, 2004.
In the year 2004.
Vanilla WoW, baby.
The launch of the world of Warcraft.
I'll drink to that.
Away from keyboard.
What's good, everybody? Pogren, hey man, long time no see, dude. Good to see you in here, man. We're watching a documentary today called Away from Keyboard. Volume's good, guys? Higher, lower?
We must journey to the burning desert wastelands of Arizona.
All right.
So what are you doing right now? I'm putting in disc 3 for the install.
Putting in disc 3?
So I can get that
Oh
much
man, I
closer
remember
to
that
playing the
shit.
game. I'm a highly visual person. Like,
Look
I
how
do a
old
lot of
2004
painting
looks,
and
man.
Visual stuff. So when I play this game, it's just another world. It's just another thing for me to look at. I mean, that's one of the interests.
Ghetto ass
Not only do I
monitors.
get to look at this cool world, I get to take my character, customize them to a certain regard, and it's much like writing my story within
Hey, what's up,
this
Remy?
story.
Mongrel the Druid Torn.
I've decided to play a druid, which is actually a being of nature.
A being of nature.
I put the mop in the way 'cause I'm an idiot.
Just like you and your friends going to the park, you know what I mean? Or you and your friends going to see a movie. Well, this is a visual, this is interaction, this is role-playing, and in reality, it's kind of some good organization skills, I think.
Right on. Pretty normal looking dudes, right? Can all relate.
In this game, I can go wherever I want. It's a little more freedom in these games, I guess, is what it is.
So you don't smell like you've been playing games all night.
I want to play the game, but I know how sucked into it I got into before, and I can tell you it caused a lot of problems in personal relationships, especially with my now, fiance. So when
We've
you
all
look at
been
one
there,
of these
brother.
games, you go, wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like something I could really do to relax, enjoy, and unwind. But at the same time, you really got to be careful not to let it take over.
So what do you do?
You really got to be careful to not let it take over, dude. Is that not the understatement of the century right there? Oh man, I think all of us have had this take over at one point or another.
What are you doing right now with your character?
Doing quests, man.
Yeah.
What's going to be different? What's going to be different this time is I'm going to let it be a fun game. I will enjoy it and allow myself to enjoy it. But I'm going to give myself a timer, whether it's an hour or 2 hours a day.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, this is the test. We'll see what happens. But I'm not going to play it, when my fiance's home. Or if I've got family,
He's
I'm
not
gonna
gonna.
let it play it.
Oh, dude, he's not gonna play it when his fiance's home. He's not, right? He's not. He's gonna live a balanced, or harmoniously balanced lifestyle.
War with the Lynch King's army of the Scourge.
Honestly, being videotaped about this kind of makes me feel a little uncomfortable for sure.
Why is that?
Because just like society in itself probably would think, dork.
The average gamer in my mind, I'm thinking of somebody in their, mid-teens.
StarCraft, the board game, that looks fun, man.
Single.
Gamers are so stereotyped.
Your sound card works perfectly.
People that play video games are stereotyped as nerds.
Sailor Moon, okay.
All online gamers are geeks.
All stereotypes are based upon a form of truth.
We're all really fat, and we all have carpal tunnel.
Some socially inaptness, I would say.
I think there's like an image
Real quick, guys, do you miss it at all when gaming was like more nerdy and more kind of I don't know, it was even a little bit more edgy back in the day, like when it had a little bit more negative stigma. Now it's very, very mainstream right now. Everybody plays games, whether it's Fortnite or whatever. A part of me kind of misses it, man, when it was more like that.
A lot of us are just, we sit in our parents' house all day and play games, don't have social lives.
Girls in gaming hasn't been very popular, at least until recently.
I must admit, I am a gamer.
Very open about
getting
Oh, absolutely.
I love talking to people about it. I don't try to hide the fact that I play World of Warcraft all the time. I spend most of my time at work talking about it because most of my coworkers play too.
I'm not embarrassed at all that I'm a gamer.
Out here,
Right on.
you have to be yourself. You have to do what society wants you to do. And while you're in your own little game world, you can do whatever you want.
There's nothing wrong with gaming. It's a game. Some people might think you're too old to play games, but you're really not.
The association with games as games being a kid-only thing, I think there's a stigma there. And I was surprised to find out after the first couple of years of gaming how many people that are in their 30s and 40s and even older.
I love his title, gaming expert, Ron the gaming expert.
Really game.
I don't really see video games necessarily as a societal negative. There is the stereotype around video games that you're a geek, you're a nerd. Maybe people perceive culturally it's a negative. I don't see it that way. I'm a geek. I play video games.
It has been 2 months since the World of Warcraft launch.
What is this voice, dude? What are we watching? I don't believe those hotties were playing. They were the originals, Max.
I'm 28. I'm a real estate agent, or at least I was up until about 30 days ago. 30 days ago. I haven't been doing much real estate, but that's all right. I'm gonna get remotivated here shortly. I got 2 kids and a wife. Married for 4.5 years. Is it 4.5 years? Yeah.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think, chat? Brian, he like lost his job as a real estate agent. I mean, it's bad timing. WoW came out, and he has this marriage. You think he's still with his wife? You think his marriage can survive World of Warcraft vanilla launch? I hope so, man.
3.5 years. Got a 4-year-old daughter and a 7-month-old. I like my online games. Not online games, really just this.
I have several opinions about online games. I think in my household, it's a huge waste of time.
Ooh. You can sense the salt, man.
What does it do for you? I just get to pretend someone for a little bit, you know? Just like, you know.
Real quick, did you guys have parents that were hating on you for playing back in the day? I know I sure did, man. I really had to like hide it. Max, you remember, man? I had to hide it, bro. Like, I would just like turn the lights off, put my headset down, Ventrilo would be like playing in the background, and I'd like pretend to be asleep or something, and then play after.
If I wanted to be a movie star per se, I get to kind of be a movie star in this world.
He uses it as a coping skill. Since he bought World of Warcraft, I can think of one day that I think he hasn't played it.
When do you know when to call it quits for a day?
Yeah, that's probably the hardest thing about the game. I don't know when to call it quits. I should call it quits probably when my wife is waking up first or second time. Comes in, flickers on the lights, on and off. She just pulls the modem on me.
Are these the original forums? Which forums are these?
Yeah, that's probably the hardest thing about the game. I don't know when to call it quits. I should call it quits probably when my wife is waking up.
Dude, are these the original forums? Those look fire. Those look so cool.
First or second time. Comes in, flickers on the lights, on and off. She just pulls the modem on me. I go irate. I think I've gone as far as throwing a chair at her, not at her, at the sink.
This game has caused us, I mean, a lot of problems. I mean, right before Christmas, he would not stop playing the game. I mean, he'd get up at like 11:30. He'd get on the game almost immediately after he wolfed food down, and he'd play until like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Did you guys have a mage?
3:30, 4 o'clock. What a casual.
Is there any mage?
And I think he plays it too much when our kids are around and stuff. Kayla came to me a couple weeks ago and said, you know, Mommy, Daddy was playing his game all day and ignoring me.
I'm a pretty proud parent, and I think when my kids start realizing it, you know, like right now, I don't think they can feel the because they do get some neglect by me playing this. Totally, I'm not gonna lie about that, and that's probably the harshest thing because I pride myself on being a good parent the most of anything. Anything in this world.
I feel for him, man. He's probably getting mad pressure from so many angles.
Is it really that important? Is always what I have a conversation with Brian about. Is it that important?
Yeah.
And it seems that it is, actually, so that's the problem.
Damn. Savage.
It has been 4 months since launch.
So tell me about the dynamics of the whole guild thing, what you're thinking.
Brian's kind of on the same level, but Craig's still kind of behind. Scotty's kind of there. Like, I shouldn't be at the zones I have been.
This is real vanilla WoW.
I mean, I'm 48. There's zones I should be moving on to with other 48 pluses, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Would you say comparatively with you versus other players, do you take this game more serious than other players?
No, I don't think so. I think I just know how things work, and not more than anyone else. I'm just saying, like, I know what I'm doing out there, and I know the people I need to be grooved with to get things done. And fortunately, this is a fun way of getting things done. So. Not so easy in real life sometimes, but there's less hassle. The objective's right in front of you, really. You have more control over it.
That's a true gamer room right there.
What do you tell people you do during your free time? Like if you're playing this game, do you say, hey guys, I'm gonna go play video games?
Yeah, totally. I'm
That's
totally
cool.
honest. Dude. Like with my girlfriend,
Fuck
dude,
yeah.
she knows for real, dude.
Oh, you guys are dating now?
Yeah, for sure.
Tight, dude.
Yeah. So anyways, like, I'll tell her straight up, like, I'm playing my game.
That's cool.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
That's cool, dude.
She'd rather that than like go out partying all the time and drinking. Because I'm not even into that anymore anyways. I'm a grown-ass man, dude. You know what I mean? I have nothing to prove to anybody at this point in my life.
I wear my sunglasses at night. World of Warcraft, baby.
Peace out, Irish.
This game rules.
Hey, what's up, Spooky?
Yeah, I'm getting my mount, man. That's Uber, dude.
And now what is the question?
Into the wild.
I still haven't seen one little glimpse of a place I didn't know yet. Godzilla, Maraudon, PRD.
Yeah. What was the name? Roar. Same name of my character.
Every mob, every like 5 we fight, we wipe on. Great thinking, guys. Your strategy works well.
He smoked us, huh? Whoa, man.
Tired, man. Super tired.
Approximately what time is it right now?
Approximately 1:57. Actually, it's not that bad.
157. It's not that bad.
Why am I feeling online games? Well, partially it's just cheap entertainment. I can't afford to drive out anywhere or hit bar hopping. I mean, main thing for me is just to have
Dude,
fun.
look at this setup, man. Oh my god. We've come a long way. I don't even know what this resolution is. My original computer that I played WoW on, I remember, was a Sony Vaio. My dad bought me at Best Buy. So it had like a, not like the super skinny screen, but yeah, it was kind of ghetto.
Be comfortable in life. For $15 a month plus an internet connection, I can go wild. I can interact with all my friends. It's a way to release your inhibitions. You can act however you want. They don't know the real you, so you don't even have to be who you are. You can create a persona.
You can come home, turn off reality, and live in a fantasy world.
I'm a lazy daydreamer guy. I like experiencing things that I can't experience in this world, and being in games like Warcraft and other MMOs I played gives you a whole chance of a whole different world.
When I've had a rough day at work and I don't feel like dealing with people, I can go off and fly around the Outland for 2 hours just farming. That, to me, is a real freedom.
To escape into a game for a couple hours, I don't see any harm in that.
No matter what you do, almost everyone has some type of escapism. Whether watching TV, playing video games, reading books.
While you escape, know that you have to come back to your life, your problems, and deal with it. You can't escape forever. You're deluding yourself on that one.
I don't know though. Do we play WoW to escape? I mean, WoW's just so fun, dude. I don't know if it's necessarily an escape. I never really feel lonely playing WoW, man. That's one thing. Like, people would think that it's kind of antisocial behavior when you're playing WoW, or even online games. Like, Max, if you remember playing Halo 2 back in the day, like, people would say, man, you need to get outside, talk with people. But I always felt like super connected and super social playing these games.
7 months have passed.
What's going on in your world, man?
My world? That's a good question. Same job. No gaming.
None at all?
Dude, this guy looks like he's on his deathbed now.
What made you do that?
Well, it's been like that for, I don't know, 3 weeks. I was already on burnout edge already as it was. Whether people like to admit it or not, they might come up with excuses why the game is really cool and it is fun, but it still is an escape, dude, you know? I'm 22 and I make $1,000 a month or whatever, you know? That's not cool, the things I want to do in life.
People that don't have money in real life can go in the game and be wealthy and buy items and have things and experience those same psychological rewards of having money and assets and items and things. And when you're in a situation where your needs and desires are fulfilled day after day after day in a very easy way, because attaining these things within the game is super easy compared to how it is in real life. It's no wonder why people just get sucked into these and play them day after day after day.
So what have you started to do?
What have I started to do? I just want to step it up in my talent area, you know. I got a thing for art and I want to step that up so I can make money at it and be happy in life doing what it is I like to do, you know.
This is the return of the artist.
Return, bro. How about the beginning?
The beginning.
Yo, he kind of seems sad, dude. Day 216, he doesn't look too happy, man. I think we've all been there, though, right? You go through these different phases where you play WoW a lot, and then you almost, like, regret it. It's kind of like that cycle. But I feel like that happens enough times, then you eventually reach, like, this kind of state where it doesn't bother you anymore, and you feel confident that this isn't a waste of time. It's just something that I choose to do.
Tell me a little bit about you guys. You and Ross have recently changed, created some alternate characters.
Yeah, I think both of us got a little burnout.
Now they're hitting burnout stage, where you could say it's the end game. I think it's because they play 6-7 hours a day and they don't have girlfriends, they're not exercising. Ross in particular, on top of those two things, doesn't like his career at all, not getting paid very well. And so he uses it really more for an escape, whereas myself, I feel more of it's a reward. Major difference, you know. If they have a bad day in the game, they had a bad day in life.
I seem to go through these phases where I'm not doing what I should be doing, basically. It's like working out, exercising, eating healthy. And I was until I moved in here to a new house or whatever, and then we got this game, and so everything kind of got put on hold.
Anything going on in your personal life that's changed?
Real quick, at this point, though, we've all been there, right? Where you've played WoW, and it definitely, your life was out of balance, and you weren't able to do that stuff. But in 2019, man, you'll see, like, jacked gamers and people that are pretty balanced. I think that we can find that sweet spot where we can still play a lot and be really successful in game, but still maintain, you know, a balance of going to the gym, eating right, and stuff like that. So.
Recently?
Well, the fact that I'm extremely poor, and then it all came pouring down this month with all my bills and stuff, and I was just dry as a bone, man. I feel like I'm letting myself down because I know I need to be out there making money. But yet, here I am, caught up with my alliance, dude. I'm like, oh, damn, it's so much fun.
I think he's, well, to be honest, I think he's running away still, you know what I mean, from all of his problems. Our reasons are similar somewhat, but
hope these guys are gonna play Classic when it comes out.
I'm kind of content in where I am and what I'm doing. My job is okay.
Do you guys think WoW is an addiction?
But I make good money doing it.
I mean, I feel like anything could be an addiction.
How many times do they have to go through, whether it takes 3 months or 4 months to cycle, to realize that this game or escapism is really what it is?
Yep.
How many times do they have to do that before they realize it's only going to temporarily solve the problem?
Childhood was great, growing up was fun, you're exploring life, and then now here I am where I gotta get straight to business and I'm all, I don't want to grow up.
By starting a new character, it's actually very disappointing for me, seeing him as my friend and a roommate, whereas, for example, yesterday he should have been working on paintings and doing whatever. Instead, he created a new character, and now he's right back where he was 2 months ago, and probably will be for the next 2 months.
Damn, dude, this is kind of taking a little bit of a dark turn, I have to say. I don't know what you guys think of it so far. I think it's pretty good. It's a pretty honest account of, you know, playing World of Warcraft and what that means. You know, every time you guys create an alt, a part of you does feel that way. Like, yo, you kind of think to yourself, damn, like, I'm just restarting right now.
As a friend to Ross, what do you think he could do better?
Quit playing the game completely.
Damn.
He's in a position in his life where he needs to really get on the ball and start doing something.
Feels bad, man.
And I mean, so do I.
Yeah, I'm just like,
they don't seem happy, dude. They don't seem happy.
I'm either playing or I'm not, and that's kind of how it is. I guess maybe in life, maybe I'm just playing too much.
They're either going to stop playing, or it's a breaking point for something to give. Positive thing would be to give playing as much and venture into something else.
People have gone to therapy in order to escape overconsumption of Azeroth. I believe it.
Game called EverQuest. 3 months after playing it, it started affecting his real life. He ended up quitting his job and then eventually getting evicted from his place where he was living. I told him he could come home and stay so he could get back on his feet, and I took him to...
Dude, this is not a hype documentary for Classic, but at the same time, it's super interesting. Like, these people's lives are like fucking ruined by Classic, man. And it definitely disrupted my own school, like my schooling. But I mean, I don't know. It didn't really. I still went to college and everything, so I don't know.
Therapist right away, and we went several times. And finally, the psychologist said to me right in front of him, he said, "You should just be glad he's not addicted to drugs and alcohol."
Be honest, that was an excuse you guys used before. When my parents were giving me shit sometimes, you'd be like, "Look, man, I'm not out there drinking and doing crazy shit and getting arrested for whatever. You know, I'm just playing video games." I've used that before.
There's millions upon millions of people in the United States alone, globally, and many, many more, who are compulsively or excessively using the computer. It's not studied as well as it should be, and it's not exactly clear what to do with these folks when you're trying to treat them.
They diagnosed him as being depressed and having a schizoid disorder.
Schizoid personality disorder, generally it's characterized by somebody who's very isolated, doesn't need to have much interaction with other people to get satisfaction in life.
Maybe I'm a schizoid, dude.
The diagnosis that they made as an excuse as to why he didn't need to get better.
It's not always clear which occurred first. Did the compulsive computer use cause the person to become isolated and alone, and then they become depressed?
Yo, to be honest though, I don't really buy the whole escapism thing with WoW. Like, maybe certain times I've played WoW specifically to feel better, but I don't know if I really wanted to escape. I always had kind of a, I don't know, pretty good life. Like, WoW was just so fun. Like, it was so fun, and when we played WoW Max, like, we played and we were playing together and stuff, and people at school were playing, and I don't know if you guys buy completely into that whole escapism thing. Like, you only play WoW to escape how bad your reality is, because I don't know if it's that.
Or they become depressed and then found some safe way to socialize through the computer.
He didn't care about the future anymore. He didn't care about what he was going to do when he grew up. He just wanted to go and play the game.
Say, for example, I'm seeing somebody who's using the computer 40 hours a week for gaming, and they also happen to be very, very depressed. The psychiatric community would say we got to treat the depression. But part of the treatment is to get the person out and functioning again in society and going out and working and having friendships and relationships, which is exactly what the computer is being substituted for in this case.
The best thing about online games is the people.
The community aspect of it.
Oh, here we go. We got a little hype going.
It's a sense of community.
It's just like a community. It's a community. It's just like a basketball team or a soccer team. You hang out together, you practice together.
Playing online games lets me meet people from all over the world.
From Texas,
Atlanta, California, Nevada,
Germany, Japan,
France,
Australia,
Canada.
You don't even have to step outside your door or meet other people in person.
You can get online and talk to people that you'd never ever meet in their normal course of your life.
It's not just about the game when it comes to a massive online community of people. You're not logging on to play the game after 3 months. You're logging on to play with your friends.
So true. So true.
It's not kickball, but it might as well be.
But at the same time, I do actually just think the game is so fun. Like I said before, when I took a flight a few months ago now, back to New York, I was just playing WoW on the plane. Maybe because there was nothing else really better to do. But I was just solo in Elwyn Forest on my little PTR, doing all the quests and running around. The game is super fun too. But yeah, the social, big aspect, no doubt.
That community that is created through those kind of interactive games, it probably fills a big void, right? But see, it comes down to the basic human need of being connected with others. But why not be connected with real life people?
It's not just a game. It's the building and establishing of relationships, creating social groups. It's everything that's involved in real life. And I think a lot of professionals just don't realize the extent that these things exist within the game.
And honestly, this is one of, I think, maybe one of my more decent points on this. When you have this platform of WoW or the medium of WoW, it's kind of, you can be more of yourself, kind of. When you meet people out in the real world and you just go out to go grocery shopping or you go to some conference or networking event, you have all these walls up and you have all this kind of small talk. And I'm not bad at small talk. Some people hate small talk. I can do the small talk, no problem. But it's almost like less of an authentic interaction when you're out just talking to people. Because some people just feel anxious around other people or whatever. You know, the anonymity of the internet and just being able to be at the comfort of your computer and to be represented by this avatar thing. I think there's an argument to be made that it's a more authentic medium. I don't know.
I suppose we could say, well, at least they're connecting somehow, and so that they're not withering away. That's true. But it's still not really a healthy life.
TBC.
You know?
I think it's a slower evolving relationship online than it is in real life. But I think the friendships can become just as strong.
You have bonds, you have loving emotions, you have anger, you have everything that you experience in real life within the game. That being said, these relationships for the most part are illusionary. And you don't realize this while you're playing, but you realize it once you leave the game. And once you leave the game, your idea is that you'll be continuing your relationships with these people. You'll still be emailing them, you'll still be talking to them. And it's amazing how quickly these people evaporate.
That's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. He's saying that the relationships are illusionary. I don't think so, man. Not in 2019, man, when you're able to connect so easily with people from all around the world. Some of my best friends I made, like, well, they started in real life, but we kind of came together through WoW, and they're still really good friends. I don't know. I don't buy into that whole illusionary thing. I think it's a super solid way to make friends.
Friendships that you thought were real and based
Some of the best friendships are made through a common interest. And oftentimes that common interest is like drinking, right? People will go out and just go party with someone. Those are illusionary to me, bro. When you go out and you just drink with someone and you go party with someone, that's kind of illusionary, man. But when you slay hogger with someone, when you're in WoW, like if you meet someone who's played WoW before, you already have so much in common, right? You already know that they kind of like the fantasy things and that kind of stuff is cool to them, and there's so much to talk about. That's a common interest, man. Those relationships can last. I don't know, but if you meet someone at a nightclub or something, or at a conference, I think that's more illusionary, man.
On real things, even if people that you spoke with every day, in a very short amount of time, almost all of them will dissipate.
I have more friends online than I do in real life, but I feel like I know them.
It's just a great way to meet people. I mean, I met a bunch of real-life friends even on my server.
I've met people that I'm probably going to stay in contact with for the rest of my life. It's
Fuck yeah.
amazing. I mean, you can meet the people in the game, you can meet them in real life, but you have something in common right off the bat.
Yo, even you guys right now in the chat, man, like, we're probably closer friends than just some random person that you just come across, you know what I mean? Like, if I were just to go say hi to some random person on the street.
It's a camaraderie, it's a brotherhood, it's a nice, beautiful thing.
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing. Fuck yeah. The 300th day. So Vanilla's been out for a year, almost a year.
Months since the beginning of our story.
So what do you think about the patcharoo, Scootaroo?
I don't know. I just started playing again. It seems to be pretty cool.
Scott, just follow.
What patch are they talking about, chat?
You're probably an aggro.
300 days in.
Sorry, I don't freak out and play out every day, all day.
Man, I've been here once, dude.
I've been here nuns, dude.
You guys remember having to justify or rationalize to people like, man, I've only been here once, dude. Fuck that noise, man. I don't miss that at all. I'm a grown-ass man. We can just stay confident. Like, yeah, I've spent this much time in the game. Fuck it. If you don't like it, whatever. When you're with friends, man, and they were like trying to shit on you for playing too much or whatever, that was always a nightmare, man.
People go in there and they put hours and hours and hours into the computer, and maybe 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week is not unusual, just gaming.
Gaming is a very selfish thing. Gaming is all about me. It's all about neglecting the time that my friends want to spend with me, neglecting the time that my wife wants to spend with me. It's very much about me, those instant rewards.
It becomes a...
Let's think about this, guys. He's saying gaming is a selfish thing. Okay, on one hand, I kind of agree with him, in the sense that sometimes WoW can distract you from stuff that actually sort of is a priority. I kind of agree with him on some fronts, but I disagree with him on other fronts. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? He's saying, I almost respect him in a certain way because he's just going out and saying it and being decisive about it. He's like, gaming is a selfish thing. Is gaming a selfish thing, guys? In a way, it sort of is, I feel. There's been things that I should have done instead of game, but I've gamed instead. But on the other hand, I mean, if you are building meaningful relationships while you're gaming, and people are generally in a consensus that meaningful relationships are like the best part about life, is that really wasting time or selfish? What do you guys think?
A relationship with the computer. The computer becomes as important to them as many people are to them.
Dude, this shit is getting deep, dude. I'm actually really glad we're watching this. This isn't like surface level hype, you know? Like, this is kind of getting to the core of why people play WoW. Is WoW a positive force, a negative force?
I think there are a lot of parallels in terms of how an obsessive compulsive gamer can impact his own life and the life of the people that he loves that are important to him.
What do your family and friends think about gaming?
A lot of them don't really understand that I'm playing with other people.
My mom
So
never
true.
really approved with it. I always thought it was a waste of time. My grandma thinks that.
I think our generation, that like, well, I'm 28 right now. I turned 28 December 17, and we're probably the last generation to get a lot of backlash for gaming. I don't know what you guys think. We got a lot of backlash for gaming, but I think the kids being raised now, it's probably totally cool for them to game. I would imagine. But yeah, just wanted to say that.
They think that I'm just sitting there in my room all day long, just typing away.
Your family catches you, you're up still awake 7 o'clock the next morning, like 12 hours after they last saw you, and you're still playing the game.
Family, they just don't understand. Like the song says, parents just don't understand.
My friends think it's weird. Why are you wasting your life playing on your computer?
It's another reason to say, why aren't you
Dude,
going?
that's one thing that pisses me off, though, man. Wasting your life. We've all heard that, right? We've all heard that. Bro, that is some bullshit. What are they doing that's so great? I guess there's a line of play to say that if you're out there curing cancer and trying to further space exploration and stuff like that, you know, sure, kinda, but man, saying you're wasting your life, fuck that noise.
Going out and meeting more women. Why are you always hanging out with Scott?
A lot of times, dads and kids, you know, you hear about them being not in touch with the generation or something. His friends love the fact that you played with your dad. A lot of them say that they wish they had a dad that would play with them.
Up until somewhat recently, I was seeing someone, and they didn't like that. You know, from the beginning, I said, you know what, Friday nights, I'm playing World of Warcraft.
Even if you're having couple problems, like you're not getting along too well at all, just play World of Warcraft together and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Every single person that is shit on me for playing WoW spends almost as much time doing nothing, watching TV, being an NPC. Dude, wise words, Zohan. Wise words. Okay, as you guys are seeing these people, though, man, I really empathize with these people. These are our people, man. These are our people. For better or for worse, man. Like, in almost every one of these people, I can kind of see myself in some way.
Fighting, you should play. We can go on a raid together and, you know, fight in game and duel in game, take out actual real life frustrations out in the game, and then log out and then everything's fine.
It's something that we share together, that we can do together.
It's not the sole part of our relationship, it's not the defining factor, but it is a part, I think.
I think it's our biggest common ground.
It probably made our relationship.
That's awesome, man. These are normal looking couples and they play WoW together.
Then had to be not.
People don't understand the concept of how we can sit there and play video games together and call that quality time.
Compromise. Compromise. There's no other way to date a gamer.
Immediately I feel ignored, and I just feel like I might not see him for next couple
Let's duel
hours,
about who cooks
at
dinner
least.
tonight.
Our relationship has probably suffered in some ways, but in other ways too, it's like you kind of have to have your own free time and time to be able to do.
Bro, yo, real quick. So Sagna said something interesting. He said watching TV is so much worse. You're just a passive consumer. Bro, I totally agree with that. Some people have said that to me. They'd be like, well, you know, I watch shows. That's my thing. You know, I like watching shows. You know, that's what I like to do when I want to entertain myself. And you like playing games. And equating shows to games, it kind of pisses me off, dude, because gaming, there's a skill component. There's an active component. There's socialization to it. It's not the same of just being, like you said, like a passive NPC watching something. There's no skill. There's no... I don't know. I think it's apples and oranges, and some people kind of equate them. But I see where they're coming from.
20 minutes after he told me he was stopping Warcraft, he started playing Diablo 20 minutes later. So yes, I don't care if you stop
Damn,
playing
she's cute, man.
Warcraft, Diablo, Final Fantasy 1, 2, or 20. He was immediately back on another game.
You know, we've been together for so long, you don't have that like raw passion you do in the beginning stages. But it's cool because if you want to read, I can go play. And then when I'm done for a couple hours, it's like we have our time together, you kind of enjoy it more. Versus always sitting in the same room, what do you want to do? I don't know, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I don't know, what do you want to do?
Do you feel like it's ever hindered or taken away from your activities? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Hey, if you don't want to do anything or you don't have any suggestions, I'll do my own thing.
The mind doesn't function on the...
Ah, man. There's so much to unpack here, dude. Like... Man. I don't know where to start. Let's just keep playing it.
in this world when he's in his online gaming world.
If there's anything that you didn't get a chance to communicate or you want to communicate.
You guys ever been around people or, you know, been in a relationship with people that almost get a little bit salty that you're having so much fun by yourself? That you're just solo dolo doing your thing and you're having so much fun and that kind of triggers them? I'm not going to be blind to the fact that I understand why that triggers them, but that's definitely a thing, man.
Craig, if you're listening right now, and to everybody, it is just a game. There is, even if there isn't a pause, what's the worst thing that can happen? You have family,
She seems cool though, dude.
like
She's a
outside
catch
the
right
game.
there. I hope he's still with her.
If you don't pay attention
She
to
seems
that, they
mad
might be
cool and she's
gone,
cute.
and you'll regret it later. So have fun, but don't take too much time sucking your life away into your computer game.
That's a savage statement though. Why'd she have to add that last part into it? That's a nice freeze frame. Damn, dude. She had to add that last savage statement in there, sucking your life away in a computer game.
One whole year has gone by. As our heroes grow older.
The other night when my brother called me up and wanted to play, I didn't feel like playing because my roommate, who I've talked about before, all he does is play. It's been bothering me, and you know, last couple times from coming home from work, you know, and he's had the day off, he hasn't done anything around the house.
What made you decide to keep trucking?
I was close. I was just sitting on the border of reaching my max level.
For him to wake up when I woke up to go to work and play for 8.5 hours, and then play even longer, and then play when you get there for another 3 hours, is ridiculous.
You ever think this game interferes with your relationship with your roommate?
Honestly, this is my position on this. So, if you're able to sustain yourself financially, and you're not leeching off someone, then it is 100% legit what you're doing. You can spend as much time as you want in the game, do whatever the fuck you want to do. If you're sustainable, financially independent, dude, no one should be able to shit on you, man. If you're putting in that work and earning money, honestly, no one should shit on you. I think people have a point when they are leeching on people. Like some people, they, you know, just leeching off their parents' money or whatever it is, then they kind of have some fair points, but I don't know. It feels bad when you're trying to make people feel like they're wasting their time. What are these other people doing that's so great?
No.
Not at all?
I don't think it would. It doesn't bother me if he plays. I don't think it bothers him if I play. If not, too fucking bad. It's my life, dude. I pay rent.
I want to kick him in his ass, you know what I mean? I literally want to kick his ass, beat him up, or get beat up trying. I don't know. Like, I want to just tell him that, you know, I'm worried about him. He's so talented at what he does, and I don't even think he realizes it. And then when he shows people his work, you know, people are so stunned and taken back by it. And it makes him feel good. I know it does. You know what I mean? It makes me feel good as his friend to see him.
Alright, it's kind of fair what he's saying.
Props, you know,
I don't know. These guys are really talented artists or whatever.
He's not doing it. It makes me mad, you know, especially when I see him doing nothing.
Greg, are you kidding me, dude?
What?
You're still all...
How do the online games let me escape reality? They just let me shred. In reality, you're not allowed to beat the living crap out of anybody.
Damn, dude, they're in like Wrath right now too. This is all Wrath, right?
But in game, I can snipe somebody back. I mean, it's a matter of what I want.
Yo, that guy has his own set of issues, man.
And I'm not afraid to use them. You wanna rumble? Eat my shorts. Sick 'em. That's the way it is in game. That's how I escape reality. In reality, I'm stuck in a fucking wheelchair sitting in front of a computer screen. In game, I'm charging across the Arctic tundra. I'm swimming beneath the sea. I'm flying through the fucking mountain ranges.
Man, I feel for him though, man. He's like, you know, not the great looking dude. He seems like he's disabled.
I'm seeing the world in a way I cannot afford or that I will be able to do in reality. Most of the world is not designed for easy access to a wheelchair.
Man, it feels bad, man.
I can go anywhere in game I want.
Some people just have a shitty set of cards, man, for sure.
The computer offers a solution to dealing with time, finding relationships, and dealing with one's own emotions.
You know, like games part of the human interaction. If I didn't have that, I would go insane without getting out.
Now the problem is if you suddenly cut off
Yeah, that's one thing I wondered, man. Like if I was really old right now, there should be a movement or something or an organization to help old people become gamers. Because imagine if you're old and you have arthritis and diabetes and all this shit. Dude, gaming is amazing. Imagine if they had like leagues for old people to play games together. Because what are they doing right now? Doing crossword puzzles and stuff, like, which is cool. I like crossword puzzles, but I think gaming could be really good for old people. I'm probably gonna have like a resurgence of my gaming passion when I become super old, because the fuck else am I gonna do, man? I'm super old. Like, I'd want like an old person league, man, to play Vanilla WoW with or something like that. That would be great.
Access to the computer. What happens is now the person has just lost their primary relationship, their one of the most important relationships in their life. Secondly, they've lost the way they're dealing with their aggressive impulses. And lastly, they now have 30 or 40 more hours a week to fill doing something. And you see a tremendous amount of rage is unleashed, oftentimes, either directed at oneself or directed out at the world.
Considering a wheelchair costs more than some most used cars, if for the really good ones if you want to be able to use it as a bike, yeah, cars aren't better. Medical cost is, for someone that's a necessity in life, to me, it's exorbitant.
Yeah.
Bro, honestly, knowing what I know in my limited little tiny pea brain about the world at this point, and trying to put myself in this dude's shoes, I would fucking go super hard in WoW. Absolutely. Like, what are you gonna say if you're in this guy's shoes right now? Like, this is your life. You're in a wheelchair and you kind of look like this. Like, no bad intention to this guy, but
And the game
WoW is so clutch for this guy.
It's like, if I didn't have that or my ability to read fan fiction online, I'd kill somebody. If I lose my internet completely, I'm gonna kill somebody.
What the f-
It was just a fucker who's disconnecting my cable.
Did you just say he's gonna kill somebody?
I see people do shit I want to do, and it's like, I can't do it without a bunch of extra help. I mean, Christ, I live in Phoenix. Salt River's
my
right
God,
next to us.
dude.
I have never been to
No,
it
feel about
because
that.
it's too much of a goddamn pain in the ass to get my ass down. Now I can't do that kind of shit, 'cause I can't get down
This
the
dude's
bank
like,
of the river.
someone disconnects my cable, I'm gonna kill somebody.
And if something goes wrong, I'm SOL because I can't get the hell out of the river if something goes wrong
Fucking
halfway down
yikes, bro.
the thing. I mean, not unless somebody's following me in a freaking boat with my wheelchair or etc. It ain't gonna happen.
I don't want to play anymore, man. I've had it. It's over.
So what are you gonna seek as an alternative? Is there a reason behind it?
Like a cycle. It's like the same process from one game to the next. And
It's kind of sad, man. They're pitching this guy like he's like seriously like an addict, you know? That he's going through this process because a few minutes ago he's like, if I want to play, I want to play. Fuck it, it's my life. And now he's saying I don't want to play anymore.
just reached that stage where I'm bored with it. Now it's just 22 years old, man. It's like
22, you're still young, bro. Like,
I have other dreams and aspirations that I haven't been doing for a while, partly because I've been caught up in playing these games forever.
So Sky, what's going on with you, man?
Just trying to enjoy life. Still working at the same place. Still doing the same stuff. Still working out. That's cool.
So what do you think about online gaming?
I think it's ridiculous, actually.
oh my god, bro. I have to have a moment of silence right now. She's probably a nice girl. Look at this though, man. This is...
That's fine. I was just saying how I don't want to play anymore.
He's struggling with himself. He's telling her he wants to. He's looking up to her. He's like, I was just telling him I don't want to play anymore. You know, like.
No, he still plays. He just limits himself, dude, for a little bit better. Anyways, yeah. Well, I hope you have a really happy birthday.
So Ross, you started to pick it up again, eh?
Oh God, here you go again. For a little bit. Here and there.
Classic question people ask is how many hours a week do you spend gaming? And really that's not a fair question. The question is how does the time you spend gaming affect your life?
I just think there's a big difference towards the gaming we're seeing right here and the gaming now with Twitch and monetization and people making like super mega amounts of money like Asmongold and stuff playing these games. It's kind of a different beast now, right? So much in life comes down to if you're able to make money from it. Thinking about it right now. Because that's why everyone's shitting on him. What if he was making money playing whatever he's doing right now? Then he'd be all good to go, right? He'd be fine.
How was your day?
I don't really care about playing anymore.
Dude, that guy is so pasty.
Why is that?
He has like negative melanin levels.
To do in life. Like make money. That's all the world seems to fucking care about. I want to make a change in my life. And guess what? It costs me money to make a change. My frustration after a day of bank to bank trying for
These guys did it for the love of the game. It's kind of true, John. They're getting it from all angles, right? There is no Twitch. There is no back then saying like, hey, look at this guy Ninja. He's making millions of dollars and stuff. These guys just were taking L's left and right. Even our generation kind of did a little bit because I was definitely getting some flack for playing WoW and stuff. And now look, it's like some super profitable thing to do now.
So what do you think brought you back to the game, buddy?
I think what brought me back into the game.
Oh, real quick, we got a subscriber, Gundam, man. Why do you not have a sub emote? Sorry, man. I don't know how to make one. I gotta make one. Yo, thank you for subscribing, Gundam. Really appreciate it, man. On Twitch as well, too, man. Really appreciate it, bro.
A day of complete boredom.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think there was just nothing I really wanted to do except sit on my lazy ass and play video games for a little while, actually.
How's your artwork going?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, meeting some people, or I'm going to meet someone, hopefully, to try and hang in a gallery.
I actually stopped playing the game for a while. And then, like I said, got completely bored with it. And then, I don't know how long it's been now, I guess, since we started playing again. But when we started on the new server, we've been playing a lot.
Are you seeing anybody right now?
Nope. Single. I don't know, it'd be nice, dude, to have like a girlfriend, I'm not gonna lie. I've never had a serious girlfriend.
Damn.
I don't want to analyze it right now, I just want to play it.
Thing is, they seem like normal dudes, man. This guy just cleans up a little bit. I think it's just about finding the balance or something. But I have to say, alright, so it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You might play the game and have so much fun. You play for the right reasons, honest reasons. You're playing, you're having so much fun. And then people make you feel so bad about it that you escape into the game because people are making you feel so bad about it. I don't know if that makes sense. And it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because if they just carved out like 2 hours away from the game, they could go lift and go do something else and then be fine.
Part of my major thing is the decision on what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. Because right now I just work an average job, play video games all the time.
How's work?
It's alright. Can't wait to get out of there, dude. And go back to school. Get my teaching certificate.
So is that
I really want to do that.
Play a lot more in the last week than I really have since the game released. When I have some free time, it's
Yo, give me 1 second. Let me let my dog out.
Put this time
like
towards
30 seconds.
accomplishing.
My bad, I'm back.
Some small goals I have, or I can play a game. Me growing up the way I was, life was fun, so it's like, why not keep it that way? So my easiest way to have fun is to play the game sometimes. And with these games, it's always ongoing. There's no end, so it's always you kind of defining your career as in the game.
So what are you doing, Ross? Tell me.
What do you mean, what am I doing? Playing the game. I feel pushed by my abilities sometimes. It might be cocky or conceited, but I feel that I can do a lot of different things. So it's like, well, what do I decide on? If I give all myself to art and I have
This guy needs to lift something heavy though, like ASAP.
and the art thing doesn't work out, well then it's going to be hard to realize, ah shit, I did all this for the art, and now really it's the music that I'm all thinking about. I really don't know. It's really hard. Probably because I haven't seen that before, you know. I haven't had a good job. I haven't had big paychecks. I just a simple person, simple means. So now it's time to discipline myself.
Three years since the World of Warcraft launch.
Have you seen the WoW documentary Second Skin? It's really nostalgic. I'll check it out, man. I've been watching all these documentaries recently. I'll check it out, Lysias.
Brother Brian, his recently divorced brother Brian.
There it comes. Oh, I bought the house purely because of the pool, summer bar, and
Nice house. This guy plays well.
You love it here? Yeah, I love it here. I love it here. Don't want to leave though sometimes. Yeah. Just want to stay here at the house, play the game, relax.
Damn, dude. Okay. Swim up bar.
Quite a bit actually. Bad thing was the wife wanted to visit mom for her graduation party and ended up staying there. And now we're in the end stages of divorce. The gaming probably had an issue, you know, late nights, she goes to bed. I'm up till 2 a.m. playing the game. Spend less and less time with her in this kind of a sense. And not look out for her needs when it, you know, because gaming is, I'm realizing, pretty selfish act.
I lived up here with a brother who had just gotten over a divorce. You know, he lost his kid, and it was a really ugly experience. I didn't have anyone, so the best thing was just to stick together and party at night and play games during the day.
How does gaming affect your relationship with Ross?
Well, that's probably all my relationship with Ross is right now, is gaming.
The relationship is generally...
Dude, those old headsets and everything. Oh, it looks so bad.
I seem to be the freaking broken record saying, get a job, get a job, get a job. It's been 9 months, what the hell?
I worked a day at Target one day in the deli, and then I quit after the first day.
He doesn't really have anything except himself and his family. And now I'm turning that back into material shit, but he doesn't. He's got his car and that's it.
It's hard when people who I know who have some kind of belief and potential for me or what I should be doing. Granted, there's things I probably could be doing with my time, like maybe I should be doing a painting right now. I just don't beat myself up about it, really. Some people can't live with the guilt that they played.
Oh, that's the same dude? He looks way better, cleaned up like that.
That's all it is.
That's the painter guy?
He's really not becoming the man he wants to be. He's still hiding and running, just like I am.
There's a number of proposals out there for what we should call compulsive computer use, both in terms of even the title of the disorder, but also what are the criteria we're going to use. First, the use has to be excessive.
I play video games for 8 hours a day.
It's not strange for me to play 9 hours straight if I...
How do you guys feel about that, man?
You know, 10, 11 hours.
They're trying to make it say it's a disorder? I don't know about that. I mean, I guess there must be some... Like I said before, I'll stick to my guns. If you're able to be financially independent, play as much as you fucking want.
Play it straight.
The other is it has to be creating real problems in your life.
When I play the game, I instantly judge myself, find myself guilty of not growing.
Where does your artwork stand? That takes a lot of time, a lot of commitment. And unfortunately, I guess the art has been the sacrificial lamb in it all.
People are generally aware when they have problems. They just don't know what to do with it because that is their life at that point. How do you restart, your life?
When do you think it'll be time to stop playing video games?
Don't say it, buddy. Don't say it. Don't do it.
I don't know, man.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
Okay, good.
Playing the game, it does give me some kind of satisfaction in life.
I don't think I'll ever quit. Probably.
There we go.
Until I get like another. Yeah, that's a tough ass question. Well, yeah, that's tough. I know I don't want to quit. I'd like to control it, but I don't know when. Yeah, I can't even answer that question. I'm like stumbling trying to answer. So, oh, my palms are a little sweaty too. What does that mean?
I went over to his apartment and I was trying to get him to come to the door. And, I'm hollering at him and,
Brian
he was in
MVP.
there because it was locked.
Oh,
and then
man.
I went around and pounded on his bedroom window and he didn't come. And, I just said, well, I'm not.
They
gonna
divorced.
break
Yeah,
in.
you called
He's
it,
gonna have to
Gladys.
come
You
to the
called
door
it.
tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving. Then I went home and I had to work because I worked the third shift. So I got done like 10 in the morning and I went over there then from work, and this was Thanksgiving Day. And so when I got there, he didn't answer the door again, and I knew there was something wrong.
Don't tell me he's dead.
And I knew I had to be in there and see what was going on. I wasn't going to call the cops. So I went home and got the crowbar and the screwdriver and I broke in. And when I got in there, he was sitting in his bedroom in front of the computer in his chair, and he had a rifle, and I looked at the computer and the EverQuest game was on it.
I heard about Liz.
He had a rifle?
Liz and her son who committed suicide. So I heard a lot of things in the game boards. People were just making fun of her.
What's up, Mara?
And and I'm thinking how terrible that situation was. So I tracked her down and called her on the phone and just spent a couple hours talking to her. And she just told me her whole story.
Nothing wrong with having a rifle, man. You just needed it for home defense.
Going through this. And so that's when I decided I would start an organization for gamers and family members and friends.
But at that time, she was talking about
God, the
starting
cringe
online
level is
gamers
unreal. They're
Anonymous.
gonna
I
create
told
like
her,
a
"Hey, I want in this. I want to help you."
depressed
A lot of
gamer
people were worried
rehabilitation
about
group.
The violent nature of the games and the sex in the games, but nobody was ever talking about.
Yo, that's another thing. I think that ship has sailed, right? Remember when people used to be so obsessed with like the violence and graphic natures of games and gratuitous content and stuff like that? I think that's dead though. People kind of got over that. But for a while, even like with Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that, that was a video games kept showing up in the news and stuff.
Design of the game.
Whether addiction exists, what the causes of it and stuff are. I mean, I'll leave that to the psychologists and the psychiatrists and the doctors.
Addiction. That's a fine line there.
When you talk about addictions, people understand them as substance addictions. Cocaine, heroin.
When you have addiction, you have to have some significant consequences as a result of that.
Calling this an addiction is somewhat controversial because it may diminish
It is
the meaning
controversial.
of other terms of use.
There is no
That's what I'm saying,
physical.
dude. That is actually a legendary quote. So saying WoW is an addiction would diminish the idea of being addicted to stuff like heroin and stuff like that. Do you guys think WoW is an addiction? I mean, the same way of what if you played too much golf or something? But even golf and WoW is kind of apples and oranges.
Withdrawal that you would suffer by comparison to substances.
Are video games designed to be addicting? I could answer yes, and I'd be lying. I could answer no, and I'd be lying.
I do put a lot of the blame on the gaming companies for doing this.
When you make a video game and you're going to be successful, it's just like any business. You have to sell it. You have to have people play it, or you're not going to make money. Top tier video games spend upwards of $50 million to bring to market.
Paul says, of course it's an addiction. There's physical dependence and physiological dependence. What do you mean? Physiological is physical, right? But is there though? Is there a physical dependence on WoW? I don't think there is, bro. A physical one? I mean, it's so much fun and you're socializing and interacting with people. And that can be very enticing, but I don't know. Is that how addiction is defined? Physical? There needs to be some physicality to it?
I'm thinking I'm very happy. Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm thinking you're standing in my way of me going to play the game.
So if you're designing a game to make people play, can you then make the stretch you're making it to be addictive? And I don't think that's the point. The point is to make something that's fun to play. And just like anything can be taken too far. That's the point.
100%.
If they weren't fun to play, no one would play them.
Just like anything can be taken too
What
far.
we use in psychiatry is the DSM, the Diagnostic Statistical Manual.
Is there any gaming addiction diagnosis in the DSM-4?
No, there is not.
A lot of these professionals, they've never coded software. They have no idea how it's made. They don't know anything about these games.
The people that are working on things like the DSM-5 are very, very well established psychiatrists, very prestigious psychiatrists. They don't have a lot of time, extra time, that they're going to be spending online playing games or exploring these worlds. They won't have the
Newsflash, buddy, games are fucking
that
huge now.
are often part of what informs therapists, and they can relate and understand why something is significant.
How are they supposed to treat somebody who's addicted to a game when they don't even know anything about the computer?
You raise a funny point though. Have you guys ever been too sick to even play WoW? I didn't think that was even a thing, but I remember I did get sick enough one time that I was kind of borderline delirious, and playing the game almost was like kind of disorienting to me, and like I'd be playing and I would almost feel just bad playing and I had to lay down. That's when I knew I was like really sick. But
we should look back to the history of why we have the textbook, the DSM. It was designed, it was created as a research tool that psychiatrists, therapists, researchers could all be operating under the exact same definition of an illness when doing research into that illness.
Somebody's got to start talking and telling what is happening because of these games. What is it doing to people's lives? And this includes the gamer and the families and the friends and all the relationships.
We need to have a
dude, this is why I'm so happy though that Twitch is a thing now, because all those people can shut the fuck up now, because Twitch is like an infrastructure. Even YouTube, Twitch and YouTube is an infrastructure, because all this hate on games is related to the idea that you don't make money doing it, right? Like, it's kind of sad but true. If you're not making money doing it, then people say it's a waste. But now that people can make money doing it, then it's just as legit as any other entertainment thing.
Computer use in the DSM-5. Now the question is, what format should it be put in there? Some people, such as I, believe it should be its own separate diagnosis.
My guess is that, you know, whatever they might decide in 2012, maybe gaming could be classified under OCDs, the short term for obsessive compulsive disorder.
I agree that there does need to be more research.
OCD, isn't that when you're like hyper obsessed with
so
making
that
sure
the
everything's
public
zipped
knows
up and stuff?
The effects that the games do have on a person's brain.
I have no doubt there's going to be a diagnosis at some point. It may come from younger psychiatrists as they get older, they become more well known, but they're part of a culture where the virtual reality is such a prominent part that they will be able to relate and be able to discuss it.
Have come and gone.
BFA doesn't have the addiction problem. It's funny, dude.
Man, I love you vids. Keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, dude, thanks, man. We got a donation, man. Angus Reed, $2, New Zealand. Man, I love you. Your vids. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Thanks for hanging out today.
Not much, to be honest. I mean, still kind of in the same boat. No girlfriend. Still working at the same place. Didn't go back to school, which I had planned on doing.
How much would you say you play daily?
Probably at least about 4 hours a day.
4 hours is nothing, bro.
Maybe even more. If I wasn't playing video games, I probably would be taking better care of myself, making sure I'm eating right, make sure I'm exercising, probably accomplishing things. Kind of in the same boat that I was when I first started playing them. You know, still single, still looking for, you know, that.
He's a decent-looking guy, man.
Living a selfish life. Like everything that I do for myself.
Bro, these people like hate themselves.
When I wake up in the morning to when I go to bed.
It's kind of sad, right? These people really hate themselves for playing WoW, and they're talking about it in such a self-deprecating way. It would take a minimal investment in order to check all the other boxes in your life and also play WoW. Go to the gym, do like a circuit superset everything for 30 minutes, boom, you're done. You're literally reached muscular failure across all your body parts that you're trying to train for the day. Then spend another hour and a half doing something else, you know, that's going to check the boxes. I don't know. It was a different time, though.
It would be kind of nice to be a part of something bigger than myself and starting a family and having more responsibilities. I kind of felt like I didn't really keep it in moderation very well, that I kind of let it get the best of me, and I was not accomplishing the things I should have been accomplishing. If I was to do it all over again, I'd probably
Swifty is so beefed up, right?
Start playing the game from day one.
Well, I think last time I talked to you, we were having some relationship issues about the game. But since then, even though like things seemed like they've been really good as far as I went to school, got my master's, went back to work, really am proud of myself for doing that. In other ways, we're no longer together in a relationship. We don't live together anymore. We sort of bought a house, and so I've had to move out. So in some ways, my life is a lot different with her in the relationship, and I think a lot of it has to do with the game. But I think...
You think the video game played a part in all that?
I think the video game was a symptom. And it was a way for me maybe to deal with what I knew was not working.
Any regrets during the process?
That's pretty deep.
I think that there were times when I should have logged off, that I could have enjoyed different things more. There have been social events where I chose not to go to because of the game. Things with Noelle where I chose, I'm not really going to put forth the effort if she's not going to put forth the effort. It has made it very easy for us to fall apart because I always had something else I could do. And so a lot of ways I think the relationship that was failing in real life for me, I was trying to supplement with relationships with other people.
I had fun, and it's escape.
Oh God,
it
dude.
helped me ignore the world.
This guy's not aging
What's the
too
biggest
well,
thing you
man.
like to ignore in your world?
Myself. I mean, there's times when I get in the game and I can focus and I just zone everything out to when I don't even feel my legs when they hurt, etc. So it's like focus on the game, and 10 hours later, whoa, where'd the day go?
Damn, man.
That's how I feel about the games. It's like, okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get in my wheelchair. I'm gonna get a couple buffalo guns and go on safari. Oh wait, it's illegal to shoot animals. I can't roll through the African steps. Nope, not going on safari. But now I'm wild. He could go hunting for whatever he wants.
What made you want to be a part of this documentary, aside from saying, sure, Greg?
Well, because I love online games, specifically back from EverQuest, Dark Ages of Camelot, World of Warcraft. I think it's really cool, and I like the fact that it makes me feel a little bit better, maybe about myself.
It's just a world free of judgment. It's not the world we all know.
With the character, I know what my role is. With a character, I know what's expected of me. And sometimes, like in this life, as a father, as a realtor, as a member of society, as a male, as a role model, I don't really get the true idea of what's expected of me.
Yo, see, I said it before, but for those of you tuning in right now, I think I'm curious to see what you guys think about this. When you're out doing your job, or if you're in the workplace, or if you're just meeting people to do like a little double date or whatever, just all the normal shit that you're supposed to do. There's so much like small talk and almost like inauthenticity when you're talking to people that I think that there's a solid line of reasoning where you would say that some of the relationships you would build in WoW or on the internet where you have that anonymity and it allows you to kind of be more of yourself more comfortably is potentially even a better medium for meeting people. We probably have more in common, anyone watching this right now, than the average person you talk to on the street, you know, so.
Finish this sentence. If it wasn't for online games,
I'd have a few more days the rest of my life. A few more days of reality. If it wasn't for online games, I'd have more money in my bank account.
Sometimes we like to beat ourselves up. We like to be in that negative place, because then at least we can beat ourselves up over I play too much. When we are not a very healthy, confident human being.
Would you change anything about your past gaming experience?
The moment of truth. Let's see what he says.
Yes, I wouldn't have played it late at nights. On some occasions when my wife was going to bed. I should have given her a massage or laid down with her at times. I wouldn't say
I guess he
lost
split
my
up with his
because
wife,
of
man. That's
gaming,
sad, bro.
But I'd say that's the reason why we're not together.
Ah, it's fucking sad, man. What do you guys think, though? Do you guys regret the amount of time you played in games in general? At this point, knowing what you know, do you regret it? I've definitely made some misplays when it comes to gaming. I'm not gonna lie, but to say that I regret it, I don't know, man. I mean, I appreciate what video games have done for me. It's a big part of my life and my friendships and stuff.
Why do you keep playing?
Because it's easy.
You are the parent of, obviously you're my mom.
Yeah,
But you're
yeah.
also, Brian, Ross, and I happen to play video games quite a bit.
Right.
What would you say to your sons about gaming in particular?
Well, to the gaming in particular, to those two.
I regret how this Ale said something. Is that Ale? Like Ale? I regret how it made people feel that I hurt. That's a nice statement, dude. I regret, that it upset people for sure.
Say that they need to look at how much what they are losing by totally losing themselves in the games.
What have you lost, do you think?
That's kind of hard to admit to or really think about some of the things.
I lost a certain amount of respect with my wife, obviously, to be divorced.
I guess I've just lost time and timing, in my life. I don't feel like I've maybe reached the climax of what I've lost.
The games are so unrealistic in general about life. And if that is all you are exposed to, how are you going to find who you are and how you are to live your life?
What do you think you've gained from gaming?
Dude, this shit is deep, man. This is a lot deeper than I thought this stream was gonna be.
What have I gained?
I've gained a whole lot more understanding as to what it takes to maintain a healthy relationship. How I've changed is through what I have been missing by playing it. By doing a little of it, you enjoy it and you enjoy life. By doing a lot of it, you still learn your lesson. Maybe it wasn't a good thing that I played that much, but nonetheless, if you did enjoy it, why shut it off?
If I really do play it for fun, like I keep telling myself, then it should give me some really dope benefits. I know that as life is short, I'm a man. Love life, love your family. If it's really
I like
fun,
this
it should
guy.
give you some benefits too, and it doesn't give me any other benefits other than, mental stimulation.
Would you say that you're addicted to video games?
I'd say I'm not addicted, I'm right on the edge because I do feel some kind of dependence. So addiction, I guess, is just that wall that's in your way.
Yo, the crazy thing is though, like, oh man, dude, the thing that's turning this from a bad force to a good force is money. Isn't it money? Dude, am I trolling right now, or is this actually the main thing that's would shift everything? It would shift this whole documentary. Imagine these people are able to make money doing this. Then just like everything. Then instead of the sad music, they're playing happy music. Instead of the feels bad man stuff, it's like it's the celebratory kind of vibe to it. I feel like it just ties back to money,
Nice
dude.
to sit up against it and get some shade cast on you from it and relax and take it
Imagine they were playing WoW, but they were making money or whatever, and then he was providing for his wife or his girl or whatever, and I don't know. I don't know if you guys see where I'm going with this.
You don't know what's on the
I
other
could be
side
wrong.
unless you're aware of it. So I guess an addiction for me is just it's a wall, it's a cloud, it's a block, and you don't know who you are without it. So no one should ever limit themselves. And if you stare in one direction for hours upon hours, you're limiting yourself.
I want to play the game less, really. I don't want to play it as much anymore. I want to get all the normal successes, quit hiding from reality a little bit, and not playing the game so much, because it hasn't been positive for me.
Damn, man. Savage.
I think it's just kind of like just another addiction Brian has had, unhealthily, uncontrollably.
Damn, he looks fucked up.
I always get, whenever I get off the game, you always get those glimpses of how much more fun reality is. But
dude, feels bad,
so
man.
reality is also painful, but we need, just like the game, we need to embrace reality, love life just as much as. Yeah, see, I'm always coming back to the game. I don't want.
Bro, I think with some people, they just have like really addictive personalities in general, too. Like they probably just get addicted to a lot of. If it wasn't WoW, it'd be something else. I don't know. Maybe he's kind of in that boat.
I need to stop playing the game.
Why do you think you need to stop? Do you feel like it's?
I just think it's like dehumanizing me, in a certain sense, and it's not making me as ambitious as I was used to be, and it's slowed me down, and it's lowered my self-confidence. So what? So I'm better at doing a 10v10 on a video game than interacting with 10 people in reality. Some people that's good, but that's not what we're here for, I don't think. I think we're here for each other. We're not here to connect online. Maybe in the future, but not right now. And not me, particularly. I need people, I need 10v10 of touch, not 10v10 taking out monsters and shit like that.
Oh, man. I think I put in the stream on Twitch, like classic hype. This is like the anti-classic hype, but I still don't regret watching this. It is very interesting. I think we can like see ourselves in these people to a certain extent.
This was the best scene though, right here. Just relaxing. Someone mixing the drinks at the bar there. I like the house, but I don't like being here. I don't like seeing it, you know. Reminder. So, it's cool though. It's a good chapter, and I'm glad the chapter's over. Move on, man. Keep fighting, right?
We call this the Game Bowl. And it holds CDs that people who have quit gaming have sent in to us.
What?
They break the CDs, sign it and date it, and put something on there
Oh
like
my
free
god, that's
forever,
Omega cringe
I'm
right there.
free. And what they're doing is telling themselves and showing themselves that they are serious about games. I feel I need to tell parents this because they're not fully aware yet as to what these games can do to their children. I just beg
An
you
anti-gaming activist, dude.
use these games as glorified
Shaking my damn
babysitters
head.
and make it a part of your child's life. Don't let it become your child's life.
What's going on with Olga? That happened last year.
We've got new people every day coming in, registering and sharing their story. And
She's cringe, but
they
she did have
decide
something
that
traumatic
pick
happen to her.
up
what happened to her?
and start
I
helping
think I
each
might have
other.
missed that. Did her son or something like?
Website. It's much more
Was that the dude where her son
user-friendly.
had a rifle and was in his underpants playing
One
WoW?
of the things that I wanted to happen was
That's not that
you know,
traumatic.
to give people a place to go so they could find help for themselves and go for help whenever they needed it.
You ever have a hard time finding a balance? Balance? There is no balance. Well, lately there hasn't been a lot of balance.
I don't play often because it does take over your life if you let it.
Her son killed himself?
2 years of my life thrown away.
Oh my god, dude. He killed himself with the rifle?
I have to sleep, but how much time do I have for gaming?
Holy shit. Okay, that's actually
I wanted to,
terrible.
you know, kill the same
All right.
thing over and over and over again. I get a job.
Damn, dude. He killed himself?
No, I'm like
Everybody needs to escape, but you know, use a form of escape that's
Bro,
not
I actually
gonna
feel bad for her now
make your
then.
life worse than it was before.
I don't think it's just about video games. I don't think the problems that people say that video game cause are just about video games. I think the problem is man, humans. And that's just a vice. But you get rid of video games and there's a million other vices you can choose from.
What do you guys think about that, though? I do think some people have more addictive personalities than others. So if it wasn't WoW or something, they would find something else, to go, whether it be drugs or whatever else it be. I'm also not totally subscribed to the idea that WoW is an addiction in that traditional sense. But I know some pretty successful people who played WoW, man. Like people that are making good money right now, working in various finance jobs and whatever.
I think it forces you to think in new and unique and different ways.
Games can cause friendships. They can end friendships. They can cause romantic relationships. They can end romantic relationships. And I think it's just another walk of life or another venue in life that you have to exhibit control.
This guy's a legend.
There's a responsibility to it. There's such thing as too much.
This guy's a legend. 100% I agree with that guy.
Thanks a lot. You know, I mean, I'm still mad at him. I mean, I see gamers, I go, that's my son. That is my son. And that's why I care about them and want them to do better, because it's like, there's my son. If his death can help others, that's what I want. I don't want him to die in vain. I don't want him to die for nothing.
If you have a family, and if you have an awesome, cool wife, embrace them, love them.
When it's no longer a game and you're no longer playing for fun, it's time to turn it off and do something else.
If you have the ability, get out and do other things.
Yo, that's kind of an interesting point that he talks about, though. When it doesn't feel fun. Yeah, how many of you guys have been raiding? Hey, what's up, Kyle? How many of you guys have raided or whatever, and it reached that turning point where it was no longer fun for whatever reason? It's happened to me a couple times, like, for sure. I remember most recently it happened during, like, WOD. I was going pretty hard during WOD, and raiding just, it felt like, it didn't feel fun anymore, man. It felt like a job, dude. It felt like, I don't know. And that was when I kind of stopped.
Go play.
Might be some truth to that.
Don't let the design of your character design you.
It's only up to you to decide that you want to change your life, and up to you to take control and do it.
Moderation is the key.
Truth, man, truth.
And here we are, 6 years wiser.
It's a good voice.
Where are you working at?
Working at Trader Joe's.
What do you like the best about it?
Probably just like the people I work with, the whole kind of team environment. Everyone's kind of working together, and it's not so much your work history or what degree you have, but who you're going to be at the store.
So who are you going to be at the store?
I'm Ross, the goofy guy.
I've been playing it probably still really religiously, probably I would say more than I work, which is lame. Playing the game, I think, is self-destructive because it really doesn't do squat. I'm so frustrated why I keep coming back. Yeah. You know, I didn't think I could make it on my own and live on my own, and you know, and I am, and yeah, I can make it on my own, dude. And that's neat. I got my own neighbors, I got my own dog. You know what I mean?
I was in an abusive relationship before. I definitely used the game back then as an escape. And looking at where I'm at now, I mean, I still play, but I don't play for the same reasons.
I was a little annoyed at first, but the more I talked about it with him, he discussed how it was his escape, and I realized, yeah, we all have our escapes. So I told him, all right, well, we don't have kids right now, but when we have kids, there's gonna be a cutoff time.
Kind of a somewhat valid point, man. When you have kids,
Going
kind of
into
changes
it, I
some
set the
stuff. I don't know.
This is what I like, but I don't like
I still think you can find a balance, man.
We do-
Like,
she loves
there's always
it.
going to be that
Loves it.
discretionary time.
That's my advice.
Kind of feel like me and Ross are still.
Dude, my kid, I'm gonna, dude, when I have
We
my
were
kids,
6 years ago.
they're good. They're gonna be playing games
Not
for
like
sure.
things are bad though. I mean, I'm pretty happy where I'm at.
How do things look for you in the love department? You're still...
I know I still want the same thing.
He looks better with a
I wanna
beard.
have a family and do all that, but at the same time, there's a lot of other things I want to do. I mean, you can't really like make plans, you know what I mean? Because you never know what's going to happen. So,
Yeah, his paintings are dope, Gladys.
like I said, enjoy every day.
Are you enjoying every day?
Yeah, definitely. Trying to.
I think my journey ended beautifully.
I guess maybe I'm a person that likes to bring balance to everyone around me, even though at times I'm not the most balanced person. And ultimately, you know, I'd like to look back
I
at
can
my
relate
life
with
and
that.
know that I affected this world somehow. I'll die with some small bit of a legacy or of a story or something.
It's interesting. NRW, he's saying the issue now is social media addiction. That's almost the new flavor of the month addiction, right? Kind of was gaming, now it's social media. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, it is kind of an anti-hype WoW stream, bro. I actually had no idea what to expect. I've never watched this before, but a part of me I don't feel like regretful that I'm watching this though. You know, it's interesting. Like I said, you know, we can kind of see ourselves a little bit in this. What about phones?
Touchdown!
It's cool that there's still boys through all this, though, man. It makes me want classic more. That's the spirit, dude. Yeah, Paul, I feel you, though, man. It is kind of a fucking buzzkill to a certain extent, but it would be dishonest to ignore this stuff at the same time. This is stuff people have had to work through. They need a life jacket on, buddy. Nah, dude. When you're fat, you float a lot more, right? So he's probably fine. Built-in life jacket. Yeah. They all look happy now. That's the thing too. I think we've all kind of been through this to some extent. Maybe not all of it, but just some aspects of it. And then you get older and you look back and, you know, you think back on a lot of this stuff, you know, fondly to some extent. It's a cool ending. What do you guys think, man? A lot of us had to go through similar stuff, man. Like, I think a lot of us got a lot of backlash playing games growing up and stuff like that. I don't think the younger kids are dealing with that same stuff. Still want, oh, of course I still want classic, man. It's a different beast now, man. The fact people can make money now and be successful playing games.
Would you change anything? No, he said no.
It was almost like an anti-WoW PSA though, right? They're really trying to, like you said, it's kind of biased. It's pretty anti-gaming, I'd have to say. I don't know. I feel for each and every one of those dudes though. I can't really complain. Yes, my parents thought it was a waste of time. I can relate with that. And I feel bad for disappointing them, but WoW's where I found my girlfriend of 7 years now. Hell yeah, man. You're gonna make it, man. 7 years, you're gonna make it. And you're a game developer now. Anti-gaming propaganda, yeah. For real. For real. Not what I was expecting as far as a classic WoW documentary, but I'm glad I watched it. It's, kind of sucks you out of our little bubble for a second. I think that's part of why it's good for you to commentate it. People like having a balanced perspective drawn from two edge cases in one vidya. Yeah. Yeah. We got one life to live, guys, and this is just part of our generation's story. It's interesting. But thanks for hanging out today, guys. That was the plan for the stream today, so I'll end it here. Sorry if I am sorry if it is a bit of a buzzkill for classic, but you know, it is what it is, man. But yeah, we're gonna end the stream here, boys. Thanks for tuning in today. I'll see ya. I think it's Thursday or Friday. We're gonna do Good Morning Azeroth. That'll be more of a hype type thing. We'll be talking about classic updates, news, stuff like that with Dunaday and Def Camp Melderon. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. See you then. Peace.